Hey everybody, welcome to Last Republic of the People, 9/24/2020. Been a crazy week. Still 2020 is going on, and we're all still part of it and witnessing everything that's transpired. Um, I took a trip a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, and I went to California. Had to tie up some loose ends up there in some business, and I wanted to address climate change and the propaganda regarding that, and what I saw personally while I was in San Jose is where I was at. Um, so I arrive. I was wanting to see cloud smoke. I was concerned about it, want to see it, and as everybody, you want to fly in overhead, you think maybe you will. Gray, kind of hue. It was cloudy the whole time I flew up there. But once arriving and getting out of the plane, you could smell it. You could taste it. You could see the cloud coverage was discolored because of smoke. Um, I was outside working. I could feel the smoke. So wearing a mask in that type of environment, absolutely. The people are just coming out of lockdowns, and the restaurants aren't open. They're just starting to come out, and they have that fear, that look in their eye that we did here in Texas back in May, or uh, when we've opened up everything again. They've been locked down for a lot longer than that. So the people up there are still scared. The streets are sparse. The homeless is unbelievable. The sides of the roads have already been burned or had burned. There is dry brush, dry grass. I didn't see any attempts at any level of trying to clean that. The parks were brown, overloaded with homeless folks. I saw some ironic images. I was driving in an Uber, and I look over to see a tent city off the side of the highway, directly in front of a new high-rise condominiums being built, and it just was very ironic, very sad to see that kind of that the middle class is gone. And there's some nice tents out there, but when you have a property taxes and the state taxes that are as high as they are in California, it's the rich and the rich, and the poor are the poor. So nice people I met while I was there. Um, Treated very well. There was a few elements. I know some of the business I was doing was in a shady part of town. So you had the usual comments from passerbys, and I don't even know what they said, but literally any corner I could look in or alleyway, there was either something burned or there was a tent with homeless there, and it was pretty sad. Um, Still didn't see any maintenance, anything being done. Just I saw some buildings, I saw grass burned, I saw weeds burned, and you can tell that none of the stuff's been cut, maintenance. It's just sitting there. It's just fuel for fire. Um, in California, spring through autumn, it has a drier climate. Things dry up. Um, the winds, the Santa Ana winds, the Diablo winds. It's historic in California. This goes back to the 1800s. We've been tracking and tracking the fires that happen in California on average annually. They've lost since 2000, have lost like average 700,000 acres a year. So does that have to do with the climate change and what we've been doing to the planet? And no, I don't think so. I think arson is part of it. The region is part of it. The lack of maintenance is definitely part of it. Um, you've got a higher population. You've got more power lines. Um, you've got more fuel for the wood that's dry, that's nobody's cleaning up. That's adding to it. Lightning strikes are some of it. Arson is some of it. Um, but human element is definitely involved. They throw cigarettes. They have campfires. They don't you know protect the forests and protect the waysides. And when you got all those homeless, they're out there. Something's bound to happen. I mean, it's really a sad state of affairs up there. I'm glad to be back in Texas for sure. Um, you have areas up there that recur, like up in Oakland and too, that annually have fires that recur in the same spots just because of their location. So it's not unheard of. So climate change is not the culprit. It's climate change has been going on. I was recently reading an article from NASA that our Arctic caps are growing more than they have in the last few decades. So we're actually gaining more ice. Um, we're losing some too, but that's part of the process of how the ocean stabilizes itself and keeps an absolute of salt and fresh water. So some of it does have to melt, but we're seeing increases. This was done by NASA in the growth of the largest plates of ice on our planet is growing and has grown. So CO2 emissions, fossil fuels, yeah, we do that. Do you know that pound per pound, there are more termites on this planet that produce more? They produce 10 times, termites produce 10 times the amount of CO2 than we do combined in the entire world with our fossil fuels. Termites produce more. Do you know the number one greenhouse gas that's a problem for us is water vapor? Any gas that maintains heat inside our atmosphere is considered a greenhouse gas. Water vapor being the number one. So should we eliminate water? No, it's another ploy. It's another directive. It's another way the Democrats and the radical left can try to blame something on people and on a president and on us and on themselves. The greenhouse effects of fossil fuels. I smell the gas. It's not healthy. But is it the cause or the culprit? No, it's a combination of a lot of things that's been going on this planet since before we were even here. So if the planet decides to recorrect itself, if you will, it has the capability to do so and will do so. We are arrogant to think that we really affect this planet too much. Now, plastic and animals and seeing turtles wrapped up in things and sea life, and there's some horrible things that man has done. Not saying man isn't guilty of causing things, but he's not the culprit behind all of it 100%. Methane gas, we release it to get fuel. Animals release it. Even the termites release it, but they have a filter that actually reduces it. I wish that filter could be used. It's a dirt and however they do it, but they actually can reduce the amount of methane that leaves their homes or their termite hills with this filtering system. It's pretty cool. But they produce more CO2 than anything we've ever done. That's crazy, right? So the Arctic snow accumulation over 10,000 years ago is currently adding enough ice on the largest ice that we have than it ever has in the last 10,000 years. So we're getting more ice right now, adding to the Antarctic than we've ever seen before. It's crazy. So to claim and state that climate change is the cause of the fires in California is just ridiculous. It's not Trump's fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It is what the planet does. It's a region that dries up. It's a region that deals with this every year. And if there was something to be blamed, it would be maintenance of those damn forests and those damn byways and the highways and the parks. There's no maintenance. There's nobody out there brushing anything. They're all locked up. They're all told they can't leave their homes. So they don't have homes, some of them, and they've become homeless. California is crazy. And don't buy into the radical left's pushing an agenda. Just because their scientists say it's one way, there are other scientists that say it's another way. So that's the whole purpose again behind science, is a bunch of folks coming together with theories to prove an incident or a situation or an anomaly. And they come up with theories and they try to prove those theories, and some come true and some don't. But when you have a side that tells you that it's this and that's the only way it is, and you've got all these greenhouse laws and things that this Sandy wants to put into play, she's just trying to make money, man. It's all about money and power and greed again. So don't buy into this climate change hoax if a termite produces more damn CO2 than we do. So let's go after termites then. I mean, come on, guys. This is science. That's been proven. So look it up for yourself. Nat Geo, NASA. Who else did I look at? Weather.com. There's a lot of references out there that you can find credible information regarding climate change. But California, they have fires every year. It's part of the game. What I did see was a lack of infrastructure and a lack of the government actually doing something to prevent fires. And that was firsthand witness to that as well. So there's some other things going on right now that I'd like to talk about, but I don't want to keep you guys too long. Lost a Supreme Court justice. Just real quick on that, guys. Whether she wished it, hoped it, whether the Dems want to see it, President has the right to nominate, Senate has a right to confirm. It's it. There isn't much else to that. They can say this, they can say that. Even if a Republican side was in the other foot, they would be claiming, "Oh, wait till the new president." It doesn't matter. The Constitution states that the president can nominate and appoint the Supreme Court justice, and then the Senate has a confirmation regarding that. So it could be a week, 2 weeks, it could be 2 months. Depends on how the Senate would handle it. But he has the absolute right to appoint a Supreme Court justice. Obviously, we saw yesterday Taylor, the one indictment from the grand jury for one of the officers involved in that. You know, she's not this big hero that everybody claims to be. She was a criminal. She was involved with criminal activities. Her boyfriend was the guy that shot at them. She should have made better choices with her life. She was fired from her job in 2017. She's got audio. She's got packages coming with his name on it. A lot of proof that she was involved in the crime. So it's unfortunate people die, but when you shoot at cops and they're serving a warrant legally, you shouldn't have shot back. You shouldn't have been in crime to begin with. So you put yourself in that position and you paid the ultimate price for it. So that's about all I got today, y'all. I'm going to go see my grandbaby this weekend, so I'll give y'all a video next week. Hope everybody's doing well. Have a blessed day. God bless you. God bless us. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. Have a great day.